Thank you so much for signing up for our Healthy Rhythms group. I hope that this ends up being just a source of real help for you during this time. I know that we're just sitting in a moment in time that is really different for many of us, and it can bring on a whole lot of struggles. And for maybe some of you, rhythm was hard before this, and you're just figuring out maybe how much more you need it. For some of you, maybe rhythm was easy, but it's just been changed, and so you're finding that you just need some accountability. And so I hope that these groups can just create that space for you, and you just get the opportunity to try on some simple practices. I wanted to give you a really quick overview of what to expect, and also give you the first practice this week. So the groups, number one, are starting this week, and there is a group that's starting tomorrow, which is Monday. And that's perfectly okay to just jump on that Zoom and share, because you're not going to have had time to do any practices. But maybe just share honestly where you're at, what you're looking forward to, and what you're hoping for. And then the other groups that meet later this week, you'll kind of get just a mixture of both. Like you've tried on some practices, and maybe you're just still getting in the swing of it this week, and that's okay. So jump on your Zooms that you signed up for no matter what. The practices that we're asking you to commit to during this time is, number one, attending our Sunday service live on Sundays, where we have them going live at 9 a.m. and 10:30. And the reason for doing that isn't to be legalistic or anything like that. It's just that normally, as the people of God, for a very long time, we've met on Sundays, and it becomes a staple of your week and a place to get re-energized. And now that it's offered online, sure, you can stream it on Tuesday or Wednesday, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you miss it, do that. But there's just something powerful about making that just a rhythm in your life, that yes, we will sit on Sunday morning and just create a rhythm of, grabbing my coffee, getting in a posture of worship, and just doing it live with the rest of the community. You can comment on the live feed. You can engage in worship with your body right now, because we're not with people as much as we have been. We're losing sort of that bodily connection. Today, my family, we just tried singing as loud as we could, and it was not pretty, but it was fun. Maybe for some of you, it's literally getting down on your hands and knees and getting in a posture of bowing before God and worshiping, or just opening up your hands. For some of you who love worshiping together, it might just feel weird to do that alone. And for some of you who maybe even when we worship together as a church in person have never really expressed yourself with your body, just opening your hands is a sign of openness to what God's doing. And maybe this is a great time to do it in the privacy of your own home. So our first practice is attend the Sunday services in live time, just to stay in the rhythm of being with the people of God and worshiping as they do, even in the privacy of your own home. The second commitment is to actually participate. We have a daily devotional that Jay and Danielle have put together, and they're doing those. You can access them on our podcast. I'll put a link in our email here. But they're great. They're only about 10 or 15 minutes. And again, to get into your body, these are great to put on a set of headphones and go for a walk around your neighborhood, maybe a run. There's sort of like these devotionals on the go that you can use. There's a little bit of scripture, a worship song, and we're just asking, would you carve out 10 to 15 minutes for this devotional practice and just try these on, even if this is a new way of experiencing devotional for you. And again, you can also sit in the stillness of your home and listen to them as well. So that's our second practice. The third thing is to jump on your check-in, to actually use that as a space of accountability, to show up and say, here's what I've done, here's what I haven't done. And again, this isn't to shame you. This isn't to say good job or bad job. It's more of just a place to check in. I don't know about you, but when I take on new practices, there's some days where I do really well. And on the days where I don't, it's helpful to notice why. Is it because, did I not, do that devotion because I actually have a good practice in place already? Or did I not do it because I was avoiding something? I'm struggling internally. What's happening? And so all of that is in that group that you jump in on the Zoom with our pastors, is a place to process that. So those are going to be the commitments we ask you to do every single week. And then the other commitments, we're asking you to think about what it might be like to let them build on each other. So take on this first one and keep using it throughout the entire time. And so our first practice that we're going to take on is putting up your phone for 1 hour a day. Now, you may have heard, if you haven't, you can go back a couple weeks and listen to Jerry Lanier tell his story about doing this. But this is something that our staff has taken really seriously, about kind of taking these breaks from media, specifically our phone, because our phone, you might have your email on it, or you're getting text messages or phone calls, or you're getting, social media, little hits, or you're shopping, or you're playing games. There's so many different ways that we use our phones. And so the idea is to put it away for 1 hour and literally get it out of your sight. Maybe put it in a drawer somewhere, put it up in a room somewhere, set a timer if you need to resist sort of taking in information that might distract you. Now, for some of you, you might hear this and you think, actually, that's not even an issue for me. I don't use my phone that much. I put it up a lot. Then I would encourage you to choose a practice this week where you notice that you sort of you go to numb out. You do something to distract yourself, to not be present with the people around you, or just not be present in the moment, even if you're by yourself. And so, if you don't ever use your phone, then choose a practice that makes sense for you. But what we're going to try to commit to is putting up our phone for 1 hour a day. And I hope that you just start to see and notice some things about yourself through this little practice. Hopefully it'll give you the ability to be more present with what's happening in front of you. It may even surface a little bit of anxiety because you go to that thing as a hit, of connection, or a hit of adrenaline, and that's okay. Anything that sort of surfaces out of these moments isn't necessarily, there's not a good way or a bad way to do this, or a right way or a wrong way. It's literally just a practice of being mindful and even creating an opportunity to connect with God in a deeper way, connect with people in a deeper way, or connect to what's really happening inside of you in a deeper way. So that's our practice for the week. Jump on those Zooms, and every Sunday we will be sending you an email with the next practice for that week. So thank you so much for signing up, and I hope this just really serves you.